Peace groups and advocates are set to come together for the first National Peace Convention happening tomorrow, January 25th. Among the groups actively promoting peace is the international South Korea-based NGO called Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light, or HWPL. Now, what are their peace initiatives? Joining us now live in the studio is the one and only Sam Oh. It's a pleasure to have you, Sam. Goodwill Ambassador of HWPL. Good morning.
Good morning. Do you always look this dapper this early
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. The check is in the mail. Spreading peace and love already. Hey, Sam, listen, now before we talk about rather this huge peace convention happening tomorrow, give me the overview. What is HWPL all about? What are their objectives and how did it connect with you?
Right. So this is an international peace organization that's headquartered in South Korea. It is in association with the UN Department of Global Communications and the UN Economic and Social Council. Yeah. It's nonprofit, non-governmental, and there's 70 branches in Korea and 100 around the world, the one of them being here in the Philippines. Okay. And it's been around since 2013. We do different kinds of peace activities all around the world that are in line with our three main initiatives. Number one would be the international law called Declaration of Peace, Cessation of War, DPCW. Okay. It's a document that's been drafted by international lawmakers, and we are seeking national support for this because we want the UN to adopt it as a resolution. Yeah. Our second initiative would be peace education, because we believe that, peaceful people, global citizens, have to be fostered, in schools while they're young. So we integrate our program into different schools. And then we also have interfaith dialogues because a lot of conflict really starts from religious differences. Yeah. So we have an office called World Alliance for Religions Peace, where we gather people of different religions and we dialogue through our differences. And I got connected to this because over the pandemic, I was looking for something meaningful to do. Sure. I think we all were kind of in this existential place. Yeah. And I was introduced to this organization. It really resonated with where I was and still is with peace and, stuff like that. Yeah,
one of the points that you just mentioned now is the idea of inclusivity, the idea of dialogue, the idea of, listen, let's pinpoint what our differences are, if there are any, let's discuss them and figure out how we can harmoniously make peace happen.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really the only way that we can go about it. Yeah. We have to sit down and have those conversations and come to an agreement, or maybe even agree to disagree, but do it in a harmonious manner. Okay. So our chairman Lee Man-hee, actually flew in last night. Yeah. He is a 92-year-old war veteran, so he has seen firsthand, just how much of a tragedy war is, and he has made it his life mission to leave peace as a legacy. And he was invited by VIP, which is an organization that's been working with us for a long time, Volunteer Individuals for Peace, which is headed by Commissioner Ronald Adamat of CHED. So the National Peace Convention, the first ever that you mentioned earlier, is really mainly organized by VIP, and our chairman and HWPL was invited by this group. So that's happening tomorrow. Okay, well, let's talk about that then. What is going to be happening tomorrow? It's going to be huge. It's going to be at the PICC. Who is one of the partners. What can we expect? What does what's on the agenda of this national convention? Right. The main idea is really to gather people who are in different sectors like the academe, law, religion, women, youth, so that we can all gather to talk about how we can work together for peace in the different sectors that we are in. And then at the end of those breakout sessions, the parallel sessions that will be happening, VIP invited no less than the president, so that we can present whatever resolutions we came to from the discussions that we had earlier in the day. So that is the National Peace Convention, where we're seeking January 24 to be a National Peace Day, where we will nationally recognize a day where we remember peace, and also, as I mentioned earlier, the national support for the document, the peace document called DPCW.
All right, the idea of peace, sure, we all want to get on board here, and we've been trying to make this happen. What do you think is the most common hindrance to moving forward, inching forward, and we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep doing this, obviously with initiatives like this. Yeah. What do you think is the biggest hurdle? What is it that makes it difficult for us to identify what these conflict points are and agree to discuss them?
I think, well, personally, drawing from my experience, you're right. Everyone wants peace.
Yeah.
No one is going to say, no, I want conflict and war.
Yeah.
I actually did not know how to go about that. What are the concrete ways that I can actually work for peace? Aside from just being a good person, you know, doing my best to be a good person to the people around me, I think an organization like HWPL really lays out the different ways that I can do that, whichever initiative is closest to my heart. And there are many different activities that I can participate in. You know, we do things like peace walks, mural contests, or, you know, dance competitions for the youth, just different ways of gathering people. And for me, that's a really good starting point. And I suppose for me, because I'm a host, you know, I can relay my services.
Yeah.
Hosting this event, the National Peace Convention, for example.
Well, I think people will say that, well, okay, you've got a platform, you are a voice, you are somebody that people look up to, and like I said, you have, right? You have a platform and you have a voice. I think people need to realize, though, as citizens, as people who have certain civic duties, we have a responsibility to, you know, be part of this world and really sort of spread love and peace. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's definitely something that cannot be done unless people work hand in hand together. It is a collective global effort. It can't be done by someone just because he or she has a platform.
All right. Real quick, to further amplify your call for peace, there will actually be a music peace fest as well. This is happening in Cotabato on Thursday, January 26th. Cotabato, obviously appropriate place to stage something like this. Why Cotabato?
We also have a lot of peace works happening in Cotabato and in just the general area of Mindanao.
Yeah.
The chairman, Lee Man-hee, was actually there in 2014 where he mediated a peace agreement between the then governor and the Archbishop Emeritus, the Archbishop Kapalya. So that was in 2014. So it's a place that is close to his heart. And, you know, the peace concert, we're going to have Mikey Bustos with us, Nisha Bedanya, Sam Raida, who is a Moro singer.
Right.
And we have Korean singers that are flying in as well. Aiden and Jin are going to join us. And Tina, Ryan, and myself will be hosting. And I would also just like to take this time to thank, you know, our partners who are making all of this possible, who have been working closely with us. You know, as mentioned earlier, Commissioner Ronald Adamat of CHED, who has been a longtime partner, Congresswoman Jam Baronda of Iloilo, and Congresswoman Bay Dimple Mastura of Maguindanao and Cotabato City District 1, who have been so supportive of the peace works that we do. Thank you.
Fantastic. Don't miss it. The National Peace Convention and, of course, the music festival happening on January 26th, Cotabato. If people are interested in the peace initiatives, want to get involved, want to learn a little bit more, where can they go?
Absolutely. We're on social media at HWPLPH.
All right, or just look for Sam O social media. Hey, it's been a real pleasure to see you again, Sam.
Pleasure's
Thank you so
mine.
much for coming out here and spreading the love. Peace to you.
Thank you. Peace.